Today we're going to be working on Jesus at the Center by Israel Houghton. This is a really cool song. It's just got a great message to it. And so let's start by just going over the chords that you'll need to know for this song. A, and you're going to play this multiple ways. We have the 5th string open, our A string. First finger can be the 2nd fret of the D string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the G string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the B string, and then E string open. Okay, or you could just bar those 3 strings. Then we're going to move to a B minor. Okay, or it could be B minor 7. That's what I primarily played. Okay, and so your first finger is going to bar the 2nd fret. By the way, you can rewind this, pause this as many times as you need to make sure you get these chords down. Okay, so we're barring that, and then we're going to add our 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the D string. We're going to add our 4th finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and our 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay, and then we're going to lift our pinky finger up to make it the 7th. We're lowering the root, the B note, to an A, which is the 2nd fret of the G string. And we're barring it, so we're automatically pressing that down. And there's our B minor 7 chord. Okay, then we go to an A over C sharp. Okay, so 3rd finger, 4th fret of the A string. You could also use your 4th finger if you would like. Okay, and then we have we're borrowing just the 2nd fret, just like we did on the A chord. So you can have your first finger on strings 2, 3, and 4, barring that. The trick is though to get that E open. It's kind of hard when you're barring. You have to lift your knuckle up and bend it to a place where you can get that open. Okay, and so that's an A over C sharp. If you really wanted, you could. Nah, don't do that. I mean, you could do an A2 over C sharp. Okay, if that's easier for you to do. All right, and then we have D. Okay, so our D note, our D string is open. 4. First finger is in the 2nd fret of the G string. 3rd finger is in the 3rd fret of the B string, and 2nd finger is in the 2nd fret of the E string, 1st string. And we have D. Okay, and then we have E. All right, if you're a guitar player, you probably already know this chord. We have the 6th string open, our lowest string E. Then we have 2nd finger in the 2nd fret of the A string. We have 3rd finger in the 2nd fret of the D string. We have 1st finger in the 1st fret of the G string. And then we have string B and E, our 1st and 2nd string open. All right, and that is our E. Now, we have one more chord. You could call this an F sharp minor 7. Really, it's got an 11th in it, a 4th degree in it. Or you could just call it, F sharp minor 11, or you could also call it an A2 over an F sharp, okay? All right, and so there's multiple ways of your fingering position on this. I like this one the most. So we have 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the low E. Our A is muted by the pad on our finger right there. That's why we can't hear a note resonate. Then we have our 3rd finger in the 2nd fret of the D string, 4th finger in the 2nd fret of the G string, and we have B and E open. All right. We have an A2 over F sharp there, or an F sharp minor 11. Okay. Now, we could play this song just like that. We could go. Okay, and that sounds nice. Okay, it does. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but we can mix it up by doing some picking and adding some extensions into those chords. Okay, auxiliary tones and just kind of playing around these chords. Okay, and so by doing that, we can have add the 4th. Okay, and then we could also add 9th degrees and even 7ths. And so let's kind of just mess with that a little bit. So on the A, we can add the 3rd fret on the B string. Okay, so we go something like that. All right, and then we could go to the B minor chord. Okay, and we can pull that off. Okay, so on the A, we made it an A sus, and on the B minor 7, we added a 9th degree, so we made it kind of like a B minor 9. Okay, by taking the 3rd fret and lowering it 1 fret to the 2nd fret. All right, and so what that's doing, what we're using hammer-ons and pull-offs to kind of just add some texture to the guitar. So something like that, right? And then we could go to an A over C sharp next, right? We could still add that fourth there, okay? Then when we get to D, there's a couple options we have. Okay, we can hammer on the first string open. Okay, we can do that, or we can just keep it open. Okay, and that's that 9th degree. It's the E. Sounds really nice. Or we can pull it off. Something like that, okay? Then when we go to E, I'm adding the fourth there as well, okay? So I'm making it an E sus. Okay, and that is on the G string first finger. Once you're doing the chord, then you can just hammer your pinky on to the 2nd fret of the G string. Okay? You can also add the 9th degree in the 2nd fret of the E string, that F sharp. It's an option. And then on our F sharp minor 7, we could add the 9th by lowering the A on the G string, which is on our 2nd fret. Our pinky should be on that. We can lower it to the 1st fret, like we were playing the E with our 1st finger in the 1st fret of the G string. That adds the 9th. You can kind of mess with that. Okay? Alright, so now let's actually play through the song. We're going to go over the verse, we're going to go over the chorus, and then the bridge. Okay? A, B minor, A over C sharp. Then we go to D, A, E. Then D again, A, E, this is the F sharp minor, E, D, back to E. Alright, so that is the verse. Okay, it's simple, and that just repeats. Okay, Jesus, it all. Okay, you kind of play around that, and it sounds really nice. And then we move to D, B minor, A. This would be a good place for the A sus. Result back to A, and then there's a walk. A, B, C sharp, A. Okay, and that's how we also go into it. So A, B, C sharp, A, D. Open A string, the 5th string, and then we have 2nd fret, B, 4th fret, C sharp, and then open again to A. B minor to A. Walk it again. B minor, and then we go to F sharp minor, and then we go to E. Okay, and that's that whole chorus. All right, so let's hit that again. We're gonna walk it A, B, C sharp, A, but we can also play chords there. We could go literally A, B, A over C sharp, A. Okay, and what I did is I felt like that kind of sounded a little too much, so I kind of just picked a few notes out of it. I went. When I was playing, you can just kind of play around with that, okay? So maybe use like the 1st and the 2nd note of that chord and play around it. So, right? So I kind of played the chord there, and then when I opened it up, I played the chord. B minor again. This is where we go to A. Or I walk it here. B minor again. This is where we go to the F sharp minor. We go to E. And then we start the bridge. E. F sharp minor 11. A. D, back to E. Now repeat that. And from my heart to the heavens, Jesus be the song. Okay, and that is literally the song. All right? And so, if you have any questions, please make sure you email me, and I look forward to the rest of this learning experience with you.